Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Golden Lap. We're here for the third race of the season, and to be fair, so far after two races, well, we are absolutely just killing it. We're doing so well. Anders Nilsson, our new driver, brought in for this season, kind of replacing Gabriel Larousse from last season. He's taken 2 wins already. In second place, you got George Bregman in the drivers, just above Chandler Dupont of the Vernier team. Running in third, like having such a good season for Vernier, it's kind of crazy because the other Vernier car, no points. Make it make sense. I don't know. I do not know. And we are, of course, leading the constructors, the team standings as well. It's been a really good start to the season. But before we get into the race, it's press conference time. You've got your questions. You've put your questions in the comments. Some of them I actually answered in the comments of the last episode. Others will be answered right now, and I will be suggested by Punk putting a little timestamp or a chapter or something into the video. If you want to skip the press conference, you can. That's completely up to you. And get to the start of the race. I'll put that in either the description with a timestamp, or like I'll make the chapter on the video so you can go like press conference, race, or where the race begins or whatever. Like obviously there's qualification as well. Anyway, let's get into the questions. So. Just trying to find the first question. Here we go. Peter Pickle Picker from Pickle Papers with a question. This is also from Punk. It would seem that Bregman might be intimidated by Nilsson's arrival. Do you think Bregman's poor performance might be a case of bruised ego? Well, look, that's an interesting idea. I don't think Bregman has any reason to feel threatened. The first race was focusing up, to be fair, from Bregman, and if there was, off-track stuff in his head, yeah, fine. That could be playing a part. But if he just drives well, there will be no preference from me for Nilsson or whatever. Like whoever is driving the best, it's all for the team. So maybe Bregman's feeling a little bit under pressure, under threat. We'll have to see as the season goes on. I hope he doesn't, though. That'd be the idea. That would be the idea. Okay, we've got a question from Hitch and Baz. The first 1-2 for your team in its short history. I actually don't think it is it? I think when we got our first win in season 3 or 4, we had a 1-2 at Monaco. I think, when all the other teams made a bad tyre decision and we ended up just out in front. So I don't think that was our first 1-2 ever. It definitely was this year, of course, and we've got 2 wins out of 2. But the rest of the question is still relevant. Your first 1-2 of the season, let's say, another DNF by one of your closest rivals. What do you say to the people who insist that you're the only in the lead because of the poor quality of the other teams? That's always an interesting line. Always an interesting argument. My answer has to be, you can only beat what's in front of you. You can only beat what's against you. So it does not bother me. It does not matter to me if other teams are DNFing. Ultimately, all that does is help us get more points. So yeah, look, maybe if they do start putting in some results, we'll have to fight a little bit harder. But at the moment, why would I'm not worried about it. We're 53 points ahead in the constructors after a dream start. I'm not worried even in the slightest. So yeah, that's fine. From Professor Peth. How much are the recent news articles around the Larousse affair affecting the team? Bregman is clearly suffering seeing his wife Charlotte in the news. Get some world building in there. I actually love that, honestly. The more world building, the better. Bregman, like I say from the previous questions, if he's got some off-track worries, he's got to try and deal with that. It's not really something that I want coming onto the track. He's got to try and get himself into the best headspace. Larousse isn't even driving. He's not even out on the track. Like, he's not been picked up by another team. So yeah, I just hope that Larousse can kind of stay away. Bregman can keep his head in the game. And that's it. How do you respond? Next question from Hayden Grubb. How do you respond to the claims that Nilsson is so fast he's basically a cheat code? Hey, look, I was so surprised that the Ezzolinis didn't want him. I don't really understand it. Like, they didn't want him. They've kept with their lineup of Henny Holgerson and Paul Woods. And if you look at the driver standings, Paul Woods is running in 6th and Henny Holgerson running in 9th. Like, they've not had a great start. I don't know why they didn't want him, but I wanted him, and I'm willing to pay the money to get him. And that's what we did. And yeah, that is it. That is all the questions that we've got. Other questions I've answered in the comments of the last video. Let's get into the race. This will be where the timestamp is. Hopefully, if I've made it work or figured it out or whatever. But here we go. So, what are we going to do? We're going to look at the garage. It's going to have to be an engine build because the steering is kind of upgraded to a good point. And this part goes to Bregman, and Nilsson will get the next one. Although there was a comment about, you know, which car we want to give the... Oh, look at that. The engineer gives us bonus to the engines. Oh, yes. This should be a really good part. 2491. So look, that's a really good part. It is a... Well, we went from 2590 to 2766 and then 2551 to 2941. It's a good part. It's going to go to Bregman, and we're going to go back and try and hope we don't get sabotaged or anything like that. We've still got a lot of money in the bank. No sabotage. All good. All good. Okay. So with that part being built, we can potentially upgrade other parts as the season progresses. I think one of the comments did say upgrade the engines and then maybe go back to the steering and do another upgrade on the steering. And that'll take us to the halfway mark of the season. That'll take us to 5 races out of 10. And then we can kind of see where we are. We don't really need another mid-season review. That's not really necessary now because of the nature of the way I'm recording. Like, I record just the one episode, then that episode goes up, and then I have a day to kind of wait for the comments and then record the next episode. I think it's a good system, and it works. It's working. We're getting good engagement, good comments. We're getting world building on this series, which is like, that's incredible. That's awesome. I want more of that. Okay, let's go into our tuning. Nilsson's going to start. Of course, we're going to go on the inters. Try and get maybe 2 or 3 laps on the inters before we have to go full wet. Lovera, party too hard. Oh, look at that. The crew chief from Ezzolini, party too hard. We're going to send out Nilsson straight away, and then we'll send out Bregman. And let's be honest, in the rain, Nilsson is incredible. He should be getting the fastest lap in these early stages. In these early stages on the inters before we go to the full wets. Bregman stuck behind Kukkonen. Get yourself in front of him and then you don't have to worry about it. But Nilsson is definitely going to set some purples. Obviously, he's going to set purples now because no one else is setting laps. Bregman, get past him then. If you can't get past him, like... And now we're slowing down Cilliers as well. So Nilsson's already set that fastest lap. Of course he has. Other cars being slowed down by, you know, whoever's in front of them. Bregman's actually gone 10 seconds faster, which is ridiculous. So we're going to have to try and time the release for Bregman on this next one. Okay. Once again, it's going to be steering and engine here. And what's our best bets here? So we've got 2. These aren't great. There we go. That's a better one. Oh, wow. Not really much reward on that. Yeah, look at that. Only 25. 25 is not a lot. We can send Nilsson out straight away. He should have empty track. Okay, now steering and engine. I mean, the engines are definitely going to be important, but there's a lot of steering as well. This is a really interesting track. 10, that's a good start. 11, this is a really good start. And another 5 here. 16, boom, 39 off of that one. So Bregman didn't put in a great lap. Obviously, because of the car in front of him, you know, getting stuck behind Kukkonen. But now he's got, hopefully, an empty track. I don't know. Other cars are going to release. Hopefully they don't block us off. Do not block us off. No, we should be okay. We are okay. Brilliant. Okay, now Bregman is all good as well. Bregman's in the zone as well. This should be a good lap. Nielsen is only going white sectors, but Bregman is going green, and that's definitely a requirement here. He should be getting up into the top 5 this lap from Bregman. Let's see what he can do. Nielsen goes round, doesn't improve. Bregman finishes 4th. Absolutely brilliant. And maybe one more lap on the Inters. Maybe it might already be full wets. The weather is, the rain's only going to come down harder and harder. And then it's just about straight up, how can we improve the car rather than the lap time? Oh, okay. That's a good one. That's a risky one, but we'll take it. Not great there. Not great. Okay. Not bad. That was actually okay. We're on to the full wets already, so we're just going to have to acknowledge that. Nielsen, once again, is going to take pole. He's the Rainmeister. We know that. He is the absolute Rainmeister. So now it's just focus up on trying to improve the car where we can. Okay. Yeah, that's all we're going to worry about. It's not even about the lap times because now because no one's going to improve, or it's very rare someone is going and putting a lap time now that is better on the full wets than it is on the inters. It might happen a little bit, but I would expect full white sectors here for the rest of the session. And if that does happen, then it doesn't matter because Bregman's in 4th. That's a good performance. Nielsen's in 1st in pole. That's a great performance. And so far, it is just white sectors. If there's a green sector every now and then, there we go, Lovera. There we go. It might happen. But we're not going to worry about it too much. That was a good one. I don't want to do the chassis. There's no need. We've got to focus on our weaker parts. And that worked. Okay. We've got to focus on our weaker parts because bringing up the level of the car overall is it's got to be the idea. It's got to be the way to do it. Okay, let's try and get this golden tune here. There we go. Boom. And now it's just a straight focus on the steering. Anything left over goes on the engine, of course. Sorry, the chassis. And Bregman will run out. There actually are a few more green sectors than I thought there would be. I was expecting only white, but there are some green sectors. Then again, maybe there are cars that were stuck behind other cars, and therefore their first lap times actually weren't their fastest. And now they've been able to improve, even with the slightly wetter track. But we'll see if Nielsen can. It would be really good if he could improve, or if Bregman could maybe try and close the gap on DuPont. But it's unlikely. I mean, Nielsen's gone purple. What on earth? I did not expect this. He really is the Rainmeister, isn't he? Oh my word. Open that up. He's genuinely gone faster in the full wet. Shows what I know, guys. Shows what I know. Obviously, it's a race between the track and the grip deteriorating and the quality and the tuning of the car increasing, and you're trying to beat that. You're trying to, you're trying to go better with that than... Don't know if I'm explaining myself very well there. Okay, 62 and 48. These are looking good. We are probably going to be able to get that golden tune with Nielsen. Brakeman's gone up into 3rd with a really, really incredible lap time there. I didn't actually have the sectors open, the laps open. I should have. But you can see the improvement quite significant from Nielsen and from Bregman there. That was a really good one. That was awesome for Bregman. What I'm trying to say is, as the session progresses, in this session in particular, obviously, where the rain is coming down, the more water on the track, the less grip, the slower you're going to go. But if your tuning increases at a rate that is faster than the track level is decreasing, then you still might be able to put in green sectors, or in Nielsen's case, purple sectors, and increase your lap time, or decrease your lap time and increase your standing. It just doesn't happen often. That's the other side of it. It just does not happen often. And of course, Bregman going from fourth to third, or even when he was down in 10th to go up to fourth and then up to third, that's great. That's a really good improvement because it just means when we do come to the race, we've got a better chance of putting in a good start and ultimately getting a better result. Really, really close on Nielsen getting those golden tunes. We do need. Send him out. Bregman's going to come out. I mean, look at that. He's freaking Nielsen's 4 seconds ahead. He is the quali master. He is the rain meister. He knows what he's doing when it comes to driving in the rain and driving over the course of one lap. He's just rapid over one lap. There we go. Boom. Get it at the end there. Okay, good stuff. So any more tuning for Bregman is straight up just going to be bonus points going into the chassis. I've got the cricket on my other screen. Oh, not a dropped catch. Didn't quite carry. If you've been around the channel for a while, you'll be used to seeing the Cricket Captain videos. I am a big cricket fan, as well as Formula One, as well as rugby, football, basketball, American football, everything. Football on its own. Okay, so no one's improving their lap times. Not a surprise. It's A-OK. It's all about getting this last tuning session in. And, I mean, this is a freaking long lap. 2.5 minutes is a super long lap. Okay, what do we need here? This could do it. Not quite. That will do it. There we go. These are awful. What is this? Okay, risky. Let's go. That was... What? Oh, that's ridiculous. I know it was risky, but that's ridiculous. Nielsen, it's a good thing he's a freaking quick driver, isn't it? Oh, boom. That's a lovely boost at the end there to Bregman's car. 35 out of 80. That's a great boost. Bregman's car is genuinely going to be quite quick over the course of the race. He's well tuned. Quali is complete. We are 1 and 3, so we could not lock out the front row, as we have, we've been trying to do. But once again, Anders Nielsen, top of the pile, on pole, starting from the front, and hopefully we'll get another great result with him. Let's go. It's race time. It's race time. Here we are. Look at that freaking 4 seconds. That's outrageous. That is genuinely outrageous. Okay, it's full wet. It's a rainy day. We can actually see. See, Paul Woods is reckless. Henny Holgerson is personable. But Henny Holgerson is the one who's been crashing. Make it make sense, guys. Okay, so it's going to be inters until it gets to the wets. We're going to tell them both to push at the beginning here. Alvarez, crew chief of Bancroft. Let's open up the fastest lap. And we're going to watch Nielsen. And that's the only... Okay, here we go. Here we go. First start of the race. Bregman once again goes backwards, but then gets the place back. But DuPont has gone to second, so it's DuPont and Woods have actually swapped positions. Bregman and Nielsen have stayed where they are. Really, really good start. Woods is already on the full wet tyre. That is curious. That is really curious. Some cars have decided it's already wet enough for the full wet. Interesting decision making there. The inters are... I mean, we're going to have to pit stop, of course. That is quite curious. I'm not going to lie. Really interesting stuff. Okay, let's calm it down on Bregman and on Nielsen. I'm going to let them keep burning for a little bit because I'm hoping we can build up a gap to Paul Woods. Potentially even enough of a gap that when we pit stop, we won't even lose position. Because we're going to pit from inters to wets. and other cars are doing the same. It's really interesting that the AI, or the game's programming, has decided that there are certain cars are saying no, it's full wet. It's certain drivers, two drivers in the same team, and they've got different strategies. It's really interesting. I actually love that the game has done that. So Nilsson is running away at the start of this race, doing really, really well. I'm going to keep the full burn on for 5 laps, and I'm hoping that, there we go, Bregman can get past DuPont. He has done just that, and now it's hoping that my guys can get far enough ahead that we can pit stop and not lose any time, not lose any track position. We are going to lose time, obviously. You will lose time, but it's track position to the Etzolinis. The Etzolinis still, I think, in my head, have to be considered as our biggest competitor, our biggest rival. Something has gone on where Chandler DuPont is putting in performances above his car's level. That's definitely what's happening, because Edwards is running in 11th. Edwards doesn't have any points yet, so it must be what's happening. Just going to check the performance levels of the cars here. Yellow flag, there we go. That's absolutely fine. Do we pit now or do we hold out? You know what? I'm going to pit with Nilsson, because I think by the time... I'm going to pit with them both, because I think by the time... That is a little bit more concerning for Bregman, but 59% is still A-okay. I think by the time the yellow flag ends, we will be in full wet conditions. Now, can Nilsson come out in front of DuPont? I don't think he will. I think DuPont, he's going to have to... Oh, it's going to be close. Look at this. Okay, brilliant. So Bregman has now got cars in front of him, but he has made his pit stop. And is it full wets just yet? It's going to be. It's definitely going to be, because there's going to be another lap under yellow flags, and then it is going to be full wets. And we've basically taken the early gamble to go onto the full wets and hopefully save ourselves a pit stop later. That's what we've done. Okay, we're going to go to ×1 speed as we... Sorry, when we restart, when we get green flag. And now we are on it. So Nilsson is going to continue to burn and try and get even further ahead. Bregman has got to make some overtakes. Potentially. It's not actually like he has to make overtakes. Every car in front of him, save for Nilsson, is going to have to pit. Again, pit one extra time before... Yeah, I don't actually think there's any rush for Bregman here. He can just... we'll stop him burning, and we'll stop Nilsson burning. There we go. That is DuPont going into the pit. Bregman will go past Johansson and DuPont into 3rd position. Woods is already on the wets. It's a different situation for Woods. Maybe Woods has had a master stroke by going onto the wet straight away. Either way, Nilsson is still leading this GP, and he's 10 seconds up the road. So, yeah, it's no drama. I'm going to go 2 times speed, and the only time... Okay, I took a pause on the recording for like literally 2 seconds. Because there was a wicket in the cricket, and I wanted to see it. And I've come back and we've gained a sub, and I don't know now if we gained a sub while I was recording, and I was so focused on the race that I didn't see the gained sub, but we've gained a sub, 851. Lovely to have you. Maybe it's Golden Lap, maybe it's Cricket Captain, maybe it's Football Manager you're here for. Maybe it's The Witcher, I don't know. But glad to have you nonetheless. Let's continue on. Now, what I was about to say was, I will burn Nilsson if Paul Woods gets that gap. Never mind, Paul Woods is pitting. Okay, never mind. I was going to say if he gets that gap down to 5 seconds, but now it's a different story. It's when or if Maldonado can get the gap down to 5 seconds, and then I will burn Bregman. But until that happens, I'm going to play it super calm. We are running 1 and 2. I'm not going to push, and I'm not going to burn for the parts, for the reliability of the parts, unless we need to. So, ×2 speed. We are quite calm at the minute. Let's just keep our race going, and hopefully we don't even have to burn, because the race, nothing happens. If there is a red flag, I will be quite annoyed, because we built up an awesome lead. We are far ahead of the other teams right now, and all I am focused on is the drivers doing their best, putting in good lap times, and this gap here. That is all I'm focused on. And while it would be good to try and get Bregman back to catch up to Nielsen, the team comes first, and it has to be. So there's no pushing, there's no risk, there's no nothing. We're running 1 and 2. We want to win the team standings more than anything. That's what we're after. The driver standing is, it's very, very important, and I do hope that one of our drivers can win it, but the team standing comes first. Maldonado, the gap is still above 10. In fact, it's just gone to 11, and we are sitting pretty. That we really are. And we will try and look for the pit stops around lap 20, 18, 19, 20. Probably the safe bet is to just go at lap 20. No, sorry, 18. In fact, we could even stretch our tires a little bit. But we don't need to do that just now. And Bregman actually got that gap down from 18 seconds to about 15, but is now not focusing, and Nielsen is now focusing, which means that the gap is going to grow again. And it's already back to 18 seconds. So they're just kind of yo-yoing, kind of like that, which is okay. It doesn't matter. Maldonado, the gap is still 14 seconds. When we pit stop, which we will have to do in about 4 or 5 laps time, hopefully we'll still be able to come out in front. Probably the best bet is to pit them at the same time. Or do we there's an idea that potentially with Bregman we wait until Maldonado pits and then we pit. But that could be a while. What's the gap looking like? It's still at 16, so I think that actually might be what we do. We might just calm the drivers down a little bit. They don't have to burn their tires or anything. If that gap does come down, like I say, to 5 seconds, that's when we'll make decisions. But at the moment, it's so calm, we don't need to stress out. Stress-free racing. Stress-free racing. That's what we're after. Yellow flags. There we go. Okay. They've gone round, but we should be able to get the pit done. So that's what we do. Yeah, look at that. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So we lose less time by pitting under yellows. You got to remember that. Under yellow flags, you lose less time, and all of those other cars are taking that advantage to go into the pits. The gap is currently 33 seconds. Because of that, we will pit, and that gap will still be quite large. I think we should be fine. Maldonado shouldn't be able to catch Bregman. He should still come out in front. He will still come out in front, and the gap is what? What's the gap looking like? It's at 11 seconds. Yeah, stress-free. Stress-free. Hopefully these guys just run to the end. Nielsen out in front. Bregman doing his best to just running a calm second position. We're looking for a 1-2 well, that's what we're hoping for. And we don't need to burn unless that Maldonado gap gets to 5 seconds. We're not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to worry about it. Once again. Henny Holgerson. Once again. Right. So that is genuinely our lead gone. Just like that. That is so frustrating. Full repairs, a new set of wet tires, a red flag period. And once again, we're going to have to try and make sure that I am ready to tell them to burn at this start. Especially Nielsen and Bregman. There we go. 1 and 3 is where we are. 1 and 5. This is what I mean. It's all of our lead taken. All of our lead gone. That's very frustrating. Okay, well done, Bregman. That's back up into 4th. Okay, back down to 5th. Never mind. Come on, buddy. Come on. The win is ours. The win is there for the taking. Back to fourth. Well done. Laframboise, that was the overtake. Bregman got Laframboise. Now get Woods, get Maldonado, and run off down the road. Okay, Nielsen has got a gap of 4.8 and can't fully burn just yet. But now that the race is close again, we are going to have a look at burning for a little bit longer. So Nielsen has got the gap up to 5 seconds, or 7 seconds even. But I am that now. It's not stress-free racing. It's not. Bregman gets Woods. There we go. That's fourth. No, sorry, that's third. Taken off of the Ezzolinis. Maldonado in between us now. Bregman, calm it down. And now, can we just burn with Nielsen and get away? Not quite yet. Okay. Okay, we've got to get that second place back. We want the 1-2. That's what we're after. That's what we had earned. Let's not beat around the bush here. That is what we had earned with our race up to this point. And I'm very frustrated that once again, an Ezzolini comes out, crashes, and our lead is wiped out, and our race is potentially compromised. Our 1-2 is potentially compromised. I'm not happy at all. Okay, if I tell Bregman to burn and push now, he will fly by Maldonado. Maldonado's genuinely, like, protecting his tyres. I don't know why that would be. Maybe they don't think they can make it to the end, but they definitely can. And we just got to get past him. And there we go. That's the overtake made. Get off down the road. And there we go. Boom. Can't fully burn just yet. But look at that. The gap is already 5 seconds. And it will just continue to increase. Bregman has absolutely recovered the gap that he had. So he's out on his own. Running a simple race. He will just run to the end. All good. Now Maldonado's burning and pushing. Trying to cut that gap. In response, we will do the same. 4.3 is the gap right now. It should start to increase again. Yes, 4.8, 5.1. Lafont. This is getting annoying now. This is getting really annoying. We're going to have to push again off another restart. So, full repairs again. That's great. That's lovely. But our 1-2, again. Did I not repair? No, I must have done. Did I not repair Bregman's car? I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't, and I've actually gotten away with this. And he'll be able to get another repair done. Okay. Ready to push. Ready to push again. And they are pushing. And they are currently running 1 and 2. Dang it, Bregman's lost a position to Johansson. Nielsen, get off down the road. And Bregman, get that second position back. Johansson is actually keeping Bregman and Nielsen, well, keeping Nielsen in sight and keeping Bregman behind. Eight laps to go here. We can burn to the end, and at the moment they've got to keep burning because the gap is not really anything. So they're going to burn for a little while. They did just get a free repair, to be fair. So I can afford to burn. But this is frustrating. Once again, one of the Chapmans, one of the Ezzolinis, one of the Lebrans, not finishing the race, DNFing. Okay, Nielsen's done what he's got to do. He's opened the gap to almost 10 seconds. It probably will be 10 seconds in about like a half a lap's time. Bregman, get that position. You can do it, buddy. I know you can do it. Come on. That 1-2 was ours twice. It was ours twice. These frickin' red flags. Getting on my nerves. Go on, Bregman. In the zone. Get that position. Oh, almost. Focused on Bregman here. Let's get it. Let's get it done. You can do it. Okay, we're going to calm you down for a little bit. Right on Johansson's gearbox. There we go. There's the overtake done. That's it. Okay, Nielsen can also calm down. No need to burn when we've got a 23-second lead. But Bregman has to burn and push away and get away from Johansson. Little side note, look at DuPont down in 11th, back into 10th now. Look at the Bancrofts up in 6 and 9. Well played to them. Good work from them. While the gap is under 5 seconds, we will keep burning with Bregman. If it opens up... Oh, there it goes. Oh, where's it gone? 4 seconds. 4.7. 4.8. If it gets above 5, there we go. We can stop burning so much. Maybe. Yeah, we can stop burning just a little bit. Bregman got it done. And we're still more or less in full wet conditions. So that golden lap for Nielsen is going to be secure, I would think. Only 5 laps to go. The gap is looking good. Let's go to 2 times speed and try and wrap this one up. It's been a very frustrating race. It really has. But overall, we've overcome that adversity. And we're looking like we're going to get another one too. It looks like, we are the team to beat. We're going to get sabotaged at some point. You just know it. It's going to happen. But until that does happen, we'll just keep taking on all the points, let the other cars DNF, and we'll build our lead in the constructors, and it'll be A-OK. No dramas whatsoever. That gap to Johansson is 7.3. He's got a 7.3 gap onto Lovera, which is absolutely good for them. The gap is growing, and we don't need to worry. In fact, look, we could just even calm it down on the fuel burn there for Nielsen. But I'm not going to be that kind of ahead of the game. I don't need to worry about it too much. We just got some free repairs. So let's just run to the end and get a well-earned win. Multiple restarts. Maybe that's the title. Maybe that is the title. Multiple restarts in this one. Oh. Almost into the last lap now. Nielsen. It's so weird because I see the cars getting to here and I'm like, oh, they're near the end of the lap, but they're really not. They've still got so much to do. And this is Nielsen coming around for the last lap. Bregman can't focus up last lap. The gap is still 8.4, so way ahead. No need to burn. Running a great race here. It's going to be a 1-2. It's going to be another full bag of points for the night racing team. And we are going to enjoy this win big time. There we go. Nielsen takes it. Bregman, the gap is 5.4. There's no dramas whatsoever. Too many restarts. So many restarts. Restarts all over the place. And that is the race done. Kenny Holgerson will miss one race. DuPont got himself back to 7th. Fair enough. Getting some overtakes done. Well done to the Bancrofts. They get 2 points. That's really, really good for them. And the Waylands as well. Unfortunately for the Aprils, they did not manage. They were actually the only car that was lapped, which is kind of crazy. Celebrations. Champagnes. There we go. A full bag of points of 44. And then 15 for Chapman. Anders Nielsen is running away with his title at the moment. He really is. He really is indeed. And we are 86 points clear of the Chapman team. It's just absolutely bonkers how many DNFs are affecting these other teams. Look at this from Ezzolini and LeBron. What is going on? They are having George Thompson in for the race for the Ezzolinis. They are having a really horrid season so far. Golden tune the engine on one of your cars. Yes, we'll definitely do that. It's only worth 2. Whereas we could get the 1-2 and get 4, but we're just going to take the 2 because it's the next race. Okay, next up is Mutton Shop. The wide track. So engine performance is increased, overtaking chances are increased, but it's wet again. And we'll take one last look at the standings, guys. We are on 125 points. We are running away with this season. Really, really going well so far. We've gained a sub as well. That's awesome. Thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Another really, really dominant performance from Anders Nilsson. And Bregman doing well to kind of keep getting second place back. Which was obviously not easy with all the restarts. Really, really good stuff. So, thank you for watching. Leave your comments for the press conference in the next episode. Some of them, again, I will reply in the comments. Others will be in the episode. And I hope I don't forget to timestamp or chapter the video. Thank you for watching. Until next time.